Alright, welcome back to episode 9 of the SpaceBlock playthrough. And today is finally going to be nuclear power. I think nothing can stop me. I have all the things that I need. I finally have my little Spidertron. Which was a pain in the butt to get due to the little fish incident. But yeah, I have like more than enough reactors. I think everything. Let me check again. No, I do not have enough offshore pumps, I guess. Yeah, the usual thing I keep forgetting. And I don't have any materials. Okay, I'm gonna make absolutely sure that I don't have to do a second supply run. So let's grab this and make a ton of those. And let's grab some more pipes. Okay, this should be fine. Yeah, I probably did forget something. Did I bring enough water fill? Maybe not. Let's just grab another 100 of those. Okay, I think now I should be fine. Let's see. I'm... substations. 4. That's not gonna be enough. God damn it. Okay, I might cut some of this out. I'll see how long this whole episode's gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna need some red circuits. I'm still not making substations due to laziness reasons. What do those take? I might just do that real quick. Copper, steel, red circuits. Yeah, come on. That's just too easy not to do it. Like this. And that's it. But it's not gonna get copper because now the whole nuclear thing is started again and it's taking way more copper than it's getting. But I'm just gonna steal some. Well, actually, I might just handcraft them for now, but this should start making substations eventually. And apparently it needs another roboport. Okay, so now, no more messing around. Yeah, quick, maybe a little update on what I did off camera. I made a good armor and some proper equipment, and I have like 150 robots at my disposal now because the Spidertron has 3 roboports and I have 3 roboports. So this should make things decently fast, I hope. And I have 2 fusion reactors, so power should be enough for a while, so I can probably build fairly efficiently now. Okay, seems like there's quite a bit of landfill now, 34,000, so I can soon keep constructing more base things. But yeah, I think first I'm gonna start filling them. And yeah, the first thing to do is nuclear power, which will more or less completely solve my power needs for the next few episodes, I guess. I mean, one of these generates 1.1 gigawatts of power, and so far I'm making less than 300 megawatts, so this is going to be more than 3 times as much power as I'm making now. Okay, I think I'll just have my bots build the thing and go through it in a bit more detail, especially, I guess, the part on top. I mean, everything else, it may look a little bit weird, but it's really just a standard nuclear power plant. It's built to ratio, so I'm just gonna see the numbers here. It has 200 steam turbines and 120 heat exchangers, and I think this should be pretty close to the perfect numbers. Let me check for a second. Okay, so it's overbuilt by 8 heat exchangers and by 7 turbines. So the exact numbers for a 2x4 reactor following the wiki would be 112 exchangers and 193 turbines. So yeah, this is close enough. Crap, this is trying to use blue belts that I don't have right now, so let's fix that. From blue to red for now. I mean, this doesn't really have to be a blue belt at any point. It's not gonna need a lot of throughput at all. So let's just Make all of this red. Okay, yeah, of course I did not bring enough substations by far. Ah, crap. I should have known. I wouldn't be able to make it without a supply run. But yeah, let's place this again for the pumps. Okay, I think the only thing missing should be the substations, so I'm gonna just hop over again and get those. Or actually, I'm not gonna hop over and get those, because this is what my Spidertron can do now. Well, assuming there has been a little bit of substation production, let's maybe see that first. No, there has not. Ah, damn. Ah, well, there's one now, okay. I might turn those off for now, but I'm gonna forget turning them back on, and then I'm not gonna have more nuclear reactors. Well, nothing you can do about that, I guess. Anything else that's eating a lot of copper? I think this should let enough through now. Okay, so this is making a few substations, and my Spidertron is ordering a few substations, so let's get this home. I'm gonna have to figure out the best way to get there, I guess. Through here and here and here. Should be fine. Let's see if this gets stuck here. I'm a bit scared that the Spidertron might fairly easily get stuck at these points. No, should be fine. Yeah, looking great. Okay, so this is getting me... I hope I did turn on logistics. I hope they're turned on by default. We'll see. Okay, so now for this monster here. Yeah, it's not powered, which is a bit annoying for showing it. So I think I'll just wait a second. How many are missing? 11. Ah yeah, and I'm missing speed modules and I'm missing a furnace. Damn it. Okay, so I'll bite the bullet and just go back real quick. Yeah. Okay, I took a little time and even made the necessary modules because I had forgotten about those. I just need a few Mark III. Ah, no. No, no, no. Okay, 1 second. Okay, now I have everything. Yeah, I had made all the necessary modules, but I used the modules in the module factories, and of course I forgot to take them out. So here we go. This should all get built now, I hope. Oh, is there... Ah, I'm missing one. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, I can actually now hopefully send the Spidertron to get it. Let's just leave these here and send this back home. Yeah, this is going to be a bit tedious. I might want to have multiple Spidertrons actually, so I don't have to... Well, as long as I'm here without the Spidertron, I'm trapped on this thing. So yeah, this might be a little bit annoying. So I might want to have a Supplidertron and like a walk-arounder-tron. I forgot. Okay, yeah, I am of course going to have to go back because I'm gonna have to prime this with iron ore and uranium ore and oil. But I'll first go through this, I think. So yeah, this just makes a bit of oil. This is the basic duplication process for oil, which I'm usually not using, but it's more convenient in this case because this doesn't need anything but basically its own output. And yeah, this fills up this tank here, and at some point, if there's a little bit of oil accumulated, it's gonna send onto this refinery here, which just does basic oil processing. Because again, I'm only gonna need so little oil that I'm not gonna deal with advanced oil processing here. It's just not worth it. Yeah, this is gonna need water as well. Oh no, it does. It does get water. Okay. Yeah, so this is making sulfuric acid here, and this is where things get interesting. Yeah, it's a little bit of a train sushi wagon here, but I've come up with a little system to keep track of how much is in here. But because I can't just hook up wire to a wagon, this just doesn't work, and I would have to have a station here and like measure the train content, and yeah, I didn't really want to do that. So instead what I'm doing here is I have all the inserters inputting onto the train wagon linked together here, and they're all set to read hand content pulse, which means every time they take an item into hand, they're gonna send a pulse for one tick. Like saying, for example, 3 uranium ore or whatever they're holding. And the same goes for the inserters taking out off the wagon. And those guys, it's a bit difficult to see here. So the green wire from those guys is going into this one, which multiplies them by -1. So this basically subtracts whenever something's taken out, and this adds whenever something's put in. And yeah, this is just looped back on itself and outputs everything that it gets in. So this just stores the signal. And then from this signal storing thing, I'm going back to the inserters inputting here, or like taking out of the wagon, and I'm giving them a condition if necessary. So this thing, for example, is generating uranium ore, but it needs uranium ore for this. And this is doing the processing, but I only want this to kick in if there's enough uranium ore stored in here, so this doesn't run out. And then the same goes for making fuel cells, for example. I only want to make fuel cells when I have enough uranium, like good uranium lying around, so that the Covarex enrichment can keep running. Yeah, this is the general idea here. Again, the same. This is generating ore, but it needs ore, so the inserters outputting to the smelter here, which is this one. No, crap. Come on. This one. Yeah, the hitboxes are a bit annoying here. The the wagon is basically on top of the inserter. So this inserter, wait, that's the one putting into the wagon, but this inserter here only takes out ore if there's more than 50 in there, again to ensure that this one doesn't run out. Yeah, so this is how this works, and in total this should generate me enough fuel cells once this is up and running to keep 8 reactors going, which is what I have here. Yeah, I'll see, but I'm optimistic that this should work. But of course I'm gonna have to go back and get the resources to prime all of this. Yeah, I want to get the good uranium that I made as well. So, because this is gonna take ages until it makes the 40 bright uranium to start Covarex by itself. So I'm gonna help it a little bit, and I'm gonna need oil and iron ore and uranium ore. So 1 second. Okay, full disclosure, I did record the stuff already, but I went through it and it was just so messy that I decided to do it again. Because yeah, I completely messed up the process of setting this up. Why are you still running? Yeah, so I'm gonna go through it again, and well, it had already been running. You can see the power plant is already working, and there's a little bit of fuel just circulating around here. I'm gonna connect it back when I've finished setting this back up. And yeah, the only thing that's already primed, well, except for this thing which shouldn't be primed. Okay, here we go. Yeah, now I think everything's empty. No, and this is set to steel. God damn it! It's all messed up. Okay, so this is set back to iron. No, don't take it. Come on. Okay. Yeah, good thing this isn't getting messy at all. So now this is all empty. Yeah, the way I set this up was, well, building a barrel emptier inserter here and just emptying a little bit of oil into the system, and then this starts duplicating. Then putting a little bit of iron ore in here. Well, the first thing I did do... yeah, exactly. Okay, so I have this little counter thing here, and how I did initially set it up was just putting a lot of stuff in here, and this, of course, well, the counter doesn't... I'm not hooked up to a counter, so if I put something into this wagon or take something out, that's gonna mess up the whole counting mechanism. So, yeah, what I'm gonna do this time to do things properly is put iron ore in this one, and no, uranium in this one, and all my good uranium in this one. And this should kick things off. So you can see, well, now this is taking iron and putting, well, iron ore and putting back iron. This always has to have some iron ore here, otherwise it's going to switch to steel, which would be very bad. But, well, it's not going to input if there's no iron ore, so yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, everything else is set up. This whole thing over here was a kind of a little contraption I made to automatically order iron ore, and I'm going to leave it in the blueprint because this might come in handy when I build more of these, and maybe include the same for iron ore here. Yeah, this is for uranium ore. I might have misspoken. Yeah, how this works is this requests 5 uranium ore set from this, and every time the inserter swings, it's gonna subtract, well, it's the same trick as here, it's gonna subtract from these 5 iron ore, uranium ore. So once it's had 5 in there and put them in here, this is gonna stop requesting stuff. So it's kind of a self-cleaning thing here. And this doesn't really need an enabling condition, I think. I'm gonna leave it there. I might have had some reasons for it, but I don't think. Okay, so yeah, this is how this whole fuel cell generation thing works. It should easily be able to supply all of these reactors. I'm just gonna hook them back up now. Hope nothing has switched sides. No, I don't think so. Yeah, this is gonna take a little bit longer. Well, should actually kick in soon, I think. Yeah, some quirk I noticed, I did put it back, but yeah, well, all these inserters are set to read hand contents, and they will add to the circuit thing here. So if these 2 inserters have uranium in hand, they each have a stack size of 20, and if there's 17 uranium in here, it's enough to kick this over 40, which means this will activate. And this is kind of not the way I intended it. I wanted to have 40 uranium in here, but well, it's working, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is and maybe come back to it if something goes wrong, but I don't think so. Okay, yeah, the general setup of this whole nuclear diamond, or whatever you want to call it, is fairly simple. You always have, I think always, there might be a few exceptions, have 10 steam turbines hooked up to 6 boilers that have their own pump, which means this is hopefully not going to be very UPS heavy, because, well, it's only very small and straightforward fluid loops that should be filled basically all the time. So yeah, I hope this is gonna cut down on calculations here. And then all these 6 boiler groups here, well, this is, oh no, it's 6, are just hooked up to the reactors. As I said, this in total can produce 1.1 gigawatts of power, which means I can start building module builds and yeah, crazy things now, and not worry about power anymore. Okay, so this is nuclear power sorted. I'm gonna have to maybe check back in every now and then to see if this is working as intended. I used to have a condition on this inserter to only activate if there's a little bit of dark uranium accumulated in here, to prevent this from just turning everything into bright uranium, but I think I'm just gonna let it fill up here, and then it's gonna stop anyways, because otherwise you can get into some situations where, well, this inserter starts activating and then this starts taking all the dark uranium and at the same time using bright uranium, and yeah, this slowly runs out. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. It's gonna make things a little bit more inefficient maybe, because this might produce too much of the bright uranium, but well, it should balance out over time. Okay, I did make a few little dots here for my Spidertron to be able to walk across this direction, because I can go from diamond to diamond, but I wasn't able to go through here, and yeah, it was just a little bit annoying. So I'm gonna include these little extra dots here. I don't think it's gonna be too visible. Yeah, I think next thing will be starting on the module build. As was pointed out, I shouldn't just make a giant module build in my starter base, but just make it here. Yeah, I might just take the thing I'm on right now. And this is, well, I'm gonna have to make a few key decisions now. The big one, let me get all of these back. The big one is mining productivity. I've talked about this before. This is going to give me 10% more from the duplicating process every time I research it. And, well, this means I can make my duplication columns quite a bit shorter, which, of course, would be a nice thing. Yeah, there's a few things I can do. I can underbuild them now and then research mining productivity to, well, say I plan this out for mining productivity level 10, and then I just have too little stuff coming in until I've researched mining productivity level 10, which I've eyeballed it. I think it's like 70,000 research, so 70 rockets, so it's not nothing. I can't just, well, I could hook the silo back up, but this is going to starve everything else, and it's going to take very long to launch 70 rockets with this. Well, the other thing is other thing I could do would be to just build things as they are now, and then maybe shorten them for future builds. And I'm leaning towards that. I think I might just make them like a fairly inefficient build now, and then once I have the tech, build better and maybe go back here and like change things around. I'm not sure. Yeah, I could. Well, the initial thing I had in mind was to just build things in such a way that they could be internally scaled up, basically. But that doesn't really make a lot of sense because, well, I'm only gonna have the mining productivity bonus for the mining part or the duplicating part, and I'm not gonna have it for the production part. So, yeah, I can't just build. Well, yeah, it's hard to explain. But I can't really scale up in an existing build like this. Well, I mean, I could do something like bot mining, which would have a flexible throughput. So with increasing bot speed and all of that, I could just get more out of it. I can't really do that with belts. And it doesn't really help me a lot because, as I said, I can't really, inside one of these cells, once I've finished building something in here, I can't really scale up afterwards. Or like adjust my production to how much I'm mining here. I hope this was not too confusing. Yeah, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this. I think I'll just plan things out with my existing tech. I might actually make blue belts first. This is something I wanted to make and forgot about, because I do want to build things with blue belts. And yeah, maybe a general point, I'm not a big fan of robot builds, to be very honest. I mean, what I could do is a mining setup like this. What am I doing? And beacons. Yeah, like it's kind of a standard mining column by now, I guess. Yeah, you can imagine the rest. And then just have chests in here and have roboports and like have high throughput short distance bot mining, but I don't really like that. I like belt puzzles, and I like I just prefer belt builds. I've fooled around a little bit with a train build as well, like having either trains actually going through here and picking things up and curving around, or having just train wagons as I have in the power plant here, something like this for mining. But it just takes up a lot of room, and you can't really get enough beacons around to make it efficient. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go that way. I think I'm just gonna build like belt mining builds from this for now. And as I said, maybe adjust things when I have a higher mining productivity level. I'm not really sure about that. Okay, I think I've decided to just build things normally for now and, well, maybe leave a little bit of room so I can switch things up later. I'm not sure. But for now, yeah, a little reminder of why we use modules. I think this is kind of a nice illustration. So this is gonna make me 1 blue belt of iron ore. Well, not yet, because I'm, of course, I don't have all the modules yet. But you can see one of those makes a net 2.275. So if I have 20 of those, I'm going to make a bit more than 45 per second. In comparison, this is what I would need for 1 blue belt if I didn't use any modules. So this is going to make 45.5, I think. And that's 140 assemblers. Yeah, which is going to make the same as this. And I'm not sure, like I don't want to sound too technical because I don't know exactly what's going on, but the number of entities is important for, well, how many calculations the game has to do. So, and well, I have 20 assemblers here as opposed to 140 here. So yeah, this is going to be a huge reduction in cost calculation wise. And at the same time, of course, it's going to save me a lot of room and it's going to look a lot nicer and yeah, all of that. I don't want these going into some storage chests here. Okay. Yeah, I think the plan is I'm just going to build the whole moduled build as if it was moduled and then slowly feed it with modules. Yeah, maybe a few words about the power cost of this. If I didn't miscalculate, this is gonna use around 90 megawatts. This one block here. The one I just deleted would have used like 56, I think. So this is a bit more power costly, which is to be expected. But yeah, I think I can handle it. So I can build, well, I will have to build a lot of nuclear power plants because I can basically for every, what is this, 90 megawatts, so for every 12 blue belts of ore, without having built anything, for every 12 blue belts of ore, I'm gonna need 1 of those power plants, which is a lot. I mean, you can probably already see it. Yeah, I mean, without having built anything or doing anything, I'm already consuming 25 megawatts here. Yeah, so this is gonna add up very, very quickly. But, well, I mean, I can very easily now build more nuclear power, so this should be fine. Yeah, I think I'll just, let me reposition this maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna use the global robots now, I guess. And build 2 in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how much of what I'm gonna need for for all the circuits, so I can make modules, but this is gonna be the general idea. I can probably place how many of these? Like another 1, 2, 8 blue belts, something like that, to make copper and iron mostly. Yeah, that's the plan, and then maybe some oil in here. This is not gonna take that much room, I think, and then build all the things in here. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Okay, I think this is what things are gonna look like so far. Yeah, I'll need to grab this and flip it to the other side. Yeah, I haven't quite figured things out exactly, but I'm getting there. Wait, this should be right, yeah. I think if I'm not being dumb, it's fairly nice. So this is gonna make 5 blue belts of ore, which with a productivity bonus of 20% can be smelted into 6 blue belts of plate, no matter what kind. So yeah, I can make 12 blue belts of some kind of iron or copper plate here. And things are already getting crowded, and I did a little bit forget about oil, if I'm being honest. Well, but I can easily make all the green circuits in here, and well, maybe the red ones in, well, it's gonna be a lot of red circuits, and red circuits take a lot of room, so that worries me a little bit. But well, and you can see it's all a very, very unfinished mess because I'm missing, well, yeah, it says 1.2 thousand speed modules, but in reality it's probably a bit more. Yeah, I'm missing like 2,000 modules to finish this, but this is gonna slowly start building modules and then, yeah, make itself faster basically. Okay, this is, well, I'm gonna do a few supply runs and stuff and start at least building the structures, like this part. How's power looking? Yeah, beacons, without having any effect whatsoever, beacons are already the main draw by quite a bit actually. Yeah, this is how things are gonna change from now on. I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna have to build the second power plant before I take this online, now that I think about it. But yeah, things should be ready for that. So I've already built the second diamond here, so that's not gonna be any issue. But yeah, I'm gonna continue building this a little bit and maybe cut back in when the green circuit monstrosity is there. Well, it's not gonna be such a monstrosity, I guess, but we'll see. Okay, this is gonna be the very, very weird green circuit build, but I think it will be able to produce one full belt of green circuits. We'll see about that, I guess. Let's see, it's not quite finished. Yeah, it's it's the weirdest green circuit build that I've built ever, I think. Yeah, this is direct insertion, and it's very close to a perfect ratio. And this is making a little bit more than 15 per second, so 3 of those should be able to compress a belt. That's the theory here. And then I figured out how to get enough inserters for everything in here, and this is basically completely symmetrical now. This is the only way I could manage to do this. Yeah, there's copper coming in on these 2 belts here. I haven't tested this, just saying, so this might be completely crap and I did something very dumb wrong, but I think this should work. Yeah, so copper is coming in on these wiggly belts here, and then iron is coming in on the insides of these 2 belts, so on the right side of this and the left side of this one. And yeah, the green circuit factories are basically picking up iron from the belt and putting green circuits out on the other side. And then this just continues 3 times, and then I'm gonna have to make a little bit of a belt compression thing here. Yeah, 1 second. Maybe like this. I'm not sure how well how well this is gonna work. I think what I'm gonna do is just copy this design, or actually make a blueprint of this design, and just try it out on my test map real quick, because I don't want to start building all of this and plan it all out and have no idea how it works. This would be a bit annoying. Okay, so here we are, same design, different world, and I'm just gonna hook up these guys and maybe give it some power. This one will be iron. Oh, and it's missing a power pull here. Should note that. This one's gonna be iron on both sides, and this is gonna be copper on both sides. And out should come green circuits. Full belt. Let's see how that works. Not quite. Item ingredient shortage. This doesn't make sense to me. The 3 copper... well, it's a little bit underfed, I guess. Yeah, so why is it this much underfed? Huh? Wait a minute. This doesn't make sense. Huh? Why? Wait, did I mess up the... crap. I know what's going on. I didn't plan this right. This is I don't like that. I think what I'm gonna do... the thing that's wrong here is the... Well, you can see this has a number of effect sources 12. While this one, for example, only has a number of effect sources 10 because it's aligned with the beacons here. And this should not be the case. I think I'm gonna actually make this a little bit longer and just go like this. This is gonna be a lot of wasted space now, but I think it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be a lot cleaner. So let's get... No, crap. This. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit longer. Well, is it worth it? Yeah, I think it's worth it. Okay, so this should make 2 complete belts now. I hope. It should. Okay, let's see. I need to reinstate this. Do I have it? No. Oh, crap. Okay, let's just rebuild this then. Like this and this. Now I have room for a proper belt compressor here. That's nice. Okay, so this should now hopefully make a full compressed belt. I'm just gonna steal the belt compression measurement tool here. I talked about this a few episodes ago. All this does is, well, make an annoying alarm when there's less than 8 items on the belt, so if it's not compressed. And then just crank up the speed and wait for the to happen, or not to happen. It doesn't look like it's gonna be uncompressed at any point. Okay, here we are again. I already cleared the old design. Yeah, I'd really like to know how you feel about designing things on test maps, because as you saw, it's just a lot easier until I have all the necessary modules and stuff stockpiled here, because I can't really do any throughput testing or anything like that if I don't have the necessary modules. So yeah, this just makes life a whole lot easier, but I don't know if it kind of breaks the flow for you if I change maps for testing designs. So yeah, I would really like to know about that. Something else I'd really like to know is how many green circuits am I going to need? I think it's like 7.2 belts. I'm probably just gonna make 8, I guess. So let's see about that. Well, I might not. Well, I'm gonna have 6 belts of copper and 6 belts of iron. Is that even enough for what I'm planning? Yeah, I should have really planned this out a little better. No, I'm gonna need 7.2 belts of copper, so I'm gonna have to probably leave some room here for something like this guy. Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting overall. I just realized I made a classic mistake, yeah, that I've made a million times. These smelting rows, if you build them like this, you can't flip them. Simply because this inserter here, well, if you build a thing like this, the inserter outputs on the right side of the belt. So if I have two inserters outputting like this, they're gonna output on the same side of the belt, while if they're like this, they're gonna fill the complete belt. So yeah, I can't flip a design that has a setup like this, or it's only gonna output on a half belt. So yeah, this has to go, I guess. Or wait, is there an easy way of fixing this? No, there's not. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of all the insides here. Well, the beacons aren't built anyway, so I'm just gonna get rid of those as well. And probably of those connection things here. I'm just gonna rebuild the whole thing. Should just take a second. Yeah, I figured I'm gonna need more copper than this, and I'm gonna need all of this for iron. So yeah, this is gonna be a very, very tight fit, if even. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna have to do all the oil, which is not gonna be too little, and I'm gonna have to do all the red circuits, and yeah, this is gonna take a lot of work. Ah yeah, these have to go as well. This is not these. This is where I noticed. Oh no, you're starting to build it, of course. Okay, so the right ones are these guys here, and they have to go in here, and all of those. Yeah, so now the connection here doesn't work anymore. Ah, crap. Okay, this is a little bit annoying. Okay, I may or may not have a little bit of a ghost problem. I'm gonna have to produce something like 5,000 blue belts, and well, looking at it, I kind of, well, actually it's stuck here because the red belt production isn't really getting enough iron, well, iron gear wheels. I'm kind of hoping for this to fix itself, but it doesn't really look like it. Yeah, I might make a few hot fixes here and there. Actually, I could probably just do something like this. And let's find a good place for it. I was thinking here, but I thought there was more room in there. I can maybe put it in here if I just go like this. This should work. It's very much a hot fix, but it's gonna help a little bit, I think. I mean, the iron is stuck here and there's not enough gear wheels, so... And I hope there's a few belts around to build this. Yeah, should be built any second. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this out here for today. This is gonna be a massive project, and I don't really have much room left. I'm gonna see if this even works, or if I have to scale down and replan, or maybe outsource a few things and make a little. Well, I could probably do that now that I think about it. I might make the actual modules somewhere else, maybe together with the red circuits. Yeah, I'm gonna figure something out and play around a little bit. But yeah, I think that's enough for today. So thanks for watching, and maybe see you next time.